What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Big B. Big G will be here in a minute, having some technical difficulties. But welcome back to Steelers Almighty and the Big Show, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody showing up. Got a lot to go over today, man. Got a good show. Like I mentioned, Big G will be here in just a minute. He's having some technical difficulties, but he'll be on. Show tonight, man, talking about a lot of stuff. Look, Gabe Davis and wide receiver 2 watch. Gabe Davis came to the facility today, but word came out about midday. The Steelers got a little competition for Gabe Davis. Now it appears that Gabe Davis is going to check out the Buffalo Bills. So we'll discuss that a little bit. Look, the offensive line, it struggled, man. It struggled against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. We'll talk about that, plus what Caleb Johnson looks like. And then Cam Hayward, what is his standing inside the facility right now? Cam Hayward came back to practice today. Didn't get a new deal, but he was back at practice. So we're going to check out all of that, discuss all of that and more. We appreciate you guys being in here. Let's see, man. What do we got here? My man, Digital Dust. You know, the members are starting to show up. Appreciate you being in here. You know, Big G, like I mentioned, guys, will be on the way. Black Hillbilly, what is going on, man? What is happening? Again, thank you guys for showing up. I know if you want to help support the channel, you know that super chats are going to be wide open. We appreciate you guys, man. Thank you very much. Also, members always get their comment, question, or rant up on the screen if you are a member. So we appreciate you. Thank you guys for showing up. My man, S. Palmer, what is going on? Mr. Zoe. Missed Mr. Zoe the last couple of shows, man. Appreciate you coming back, Mr. Alonzo Dunn. I know how it is, man. Life. I get it. I get it. Steeler Lee, what is going on, man? Talking about Cam. Yes, Cam got his butt back to work. He needed to get back to work, and I think he knew he needed to get back to work. What is going on, Miss Felicia? My man, Luke Cage, back in the saddle. Way to come. Appreciate you coming back, man. Thank you for being here as always. So we got a lot to cover, ladies and gentlemen. Like I mentioned, Big G, he's having some technical difficulties. He'll be here, but the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. The show must go on. So we appreciate you guys for showing up. Let's get after this thing. So first off, let's talk a little quick hits here before we get to the main topics. Rock Taylor got cut. We discussed this last night. A lot of Steeler fans were in the corner of Rock Taylor, or thought Rock Taylor needed to get an opportunity. And I'm still not backing off of it. Rock Taylor didn't do anything to show that he needed more of an opportunity. He never moved up the depth chart. I did agree that he was better than a bunch of 4s and 5s that he was playing, but playing against, I should say. But somebody tried to say that the quarterback got him cut, and I'm like, no, the quarterback didn't get him cut. I'm like, quarterback threw 2 footballs to him. One of them he didn't track and just didn't track the football and got bumped and just couldn't find the football. Well, you're going to get bumped in the National Football League, ladies and gentlemen. That happens. You got to be able to fight through it and find the football, go make a catch. Second of all, the second ball in the end zone, it was a little overthrown. There's no doubt about that. We can't deny that. A little overthrown, but you know what? Go dive for the football, man. Go dive for the football. That's all I know is that you get opportunities. You're fighting for your life for a job. Lay it all out there on the line. I appreciate him, and maybe he gets another opportunity somewhere else, but it just wasn't in the cards for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And to be quite honest with you, from training camp up through the second preseason game, he really didn't show anything as far as what he could do. So, but that's just it. He just didn't show anything on what he could do. But I know Steeler fans wanted him. But we talk about that. The remaining wide receivers, DK Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin III, Robert Woods, who, by the way, ton of reports out there that Mr. Bobby Trees, his days in Pittsburgh very well might be numbered as well. Scotty Miller, Ben Skoranek, Brandon Johnson, Max Hurlman, Keyshawn Williams, and Lance McCutcheon. And you look at that list of names, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 names. How many of those guys, honestly, was Rock Taylor better than? I mean, the top 5, I would drop Robert Woods down in the sort, so I don't want to think this is in order, but he had no shot. He just had no shot. And maybe he gets somewhere else and he makes some plays there, because that's what I'm hoping for, because I want everybody to be able to fulfill their dream. I don't care what it is outside of killing people. But yeah, I want him to be able to fulfill his dream. It just wasn't in the cards yet. So just wasn't in the cards. But yeah, Digital Dust, Bobby Trees is 100% on the chopping block. So his days very well might be numbered. They very well, because he's not showing anything. And yeah, he's a good blocker, I guess. Fine. But if the best attribute that somebody can says about you as a wide receiver is that you're a good blocker, you're probably in trouble. You're probably in trouble. And while people are going to say that about Ben Skoranek, I don't think that's Ben Skoranek's best attribute. His best attribute is special teams. You need guys like that to play special teams. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. Hey, Miss Brenda, how are you doing? Appreciate you here. We don't know where Big G is at, man. We have no idea where he's at. He was having some technical difficulties. He was on and then he wasn't. So I don't know where Big G is at right at the moment, but he'll be here. When he gets everything figured out on his end, he will be here. So no, Steeler Lee, the Yenzies didn't mess up Big G's Wi-Fi. They didn't attack his Wi-Fi. At least I hope they didn't attack his Wi-Fi. I hope they didn't. So, but he'll be here in just a minute. We'll bring him up. So, either way, that's kind of where we're at with the Rock Taylor thing. It's just time to move on. But all those people are past now. Past. Some other quick hits that we got going on. I think Big G's going to be with us here in just a second, people. So we'll get him up here in just a second. Absolutely. But YA Black, praise for YA Black. Looking good in Steelers camp. The Steelers defensive coordinator, Terrell Austin, says YA Black could be allowed inside. Or load inside, excuse me. And may project long-term as a nose tackle. Currently 6'6", 340. It's a big nose tackle, ladies and gentlemen. That's a really big nose tackle. But I think that's where a lot of us wanted him to play all along. So I think that's where a lot of us wanted to play all along, is nose tackle. And we'll probably start seeing some of that stuff. We will probably start seeing a little bit of that going on today. So my main man, Big G, is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big show. Big G had some technical difficulties, man. We appreciate you dropping in and getting back in here, G.
Man, this computer was big trash. I don't know what the hell was going on, man. The links, the executive producer had to send me another link. That didn't work. I shut the damn computer down, started it up again, and we was chilling and talking right before. This is ridiculous. I know what it is. Them damn Cleveland Brown fans was messing around with my internet. They sent a rat bird to hover over the top trying to cut it out. But you can forget all of that. All you rat birds and elves, I'm in the building. And Yenzies, you supposed to have my back. You ain't supposed to let stuff like this happen to me, man.
Somebody accused the Yenzies of the ones that have messed with your internet. They said they were the ones messing with your Wi-Fi, G. What's that about?
If one of you Yenzies mess with and I know it's Claude. Or Jay Upper's Teeth or somebody. One of y'all done messed up. And y'all supposed to be watching the door, and you didn't watch the door, and you had me late to the damn show. What the hell is going on around here, man? But I'm cool now, though. I'm in the show, so I'm straight.
Felicia I'm sorry, but Felicia had you dimed out. She knew where you were at the corner store getting that Thunderbird.
I know Felicia ain't talking about being dimed out, Felicia, because all of a sudden your boy Lonzo ain't around no more, and I see Jay.
Nah, he's in here tonight. Look at my man Alonzo, the super chat. Appreciate you.
All right,
He said,
Lonzo.
glad to be here.
All right,
Sweating like
Lonzo.
hell about the O-line. Yeah,
All
we
right,
appreciate
Lonzo.
you, Mr. Zoe. Yeah, Zoe is in the building, man. Zoe is in the building.
Felicia don't want to start because you ain't been watching me on the other channels. I've been stirring it up, boy. I done stirred it up so bad. Felicia pissed at me. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, I understand. So we talked about Rock Taylor. G, give me your thoughts on Rock Taylor being cut.
He had to have, in my opinion, done something that rubbed the Steelers coaching staff the wrong way, number one, or it was the improvement of the other wide receivers, including Johnson. Because we saw it in the last preseason game. Johnson looked like he moved way ahead of him on the depth chart, and he was getting reps more than him. So it's either Rock Taylor, it's either that or Rock Taylor rubbed the coaching staff the wrong way. And it's rightfully so. Cut him, giving him an opportunity to go do something else, maybe make another team, make another team's practice squad. But if I would much rather move on from him than linger him around, and then we get to the 53-man cuts, and now all of a sudden he's not on the team, and the Steelers, we cut Rock Taylor and all whatever else. No, we cut him early. We let him go, give himself another opportunity, and he just didn't work out. We saw some stuff going on in practice where he was being lazy. We saw the effort in the game where he wouldn't stretch out to try to make a play. I mean, you're fighting for your damn job, bro. You got to do everything that you need to do in order to make the roster. So they didn't want to deal with another George Pickens scenario, another basket case wide receiver. So they say, hey, man, you got to go early. Adios, muchachos, bro. Get to going.
And maybe that's part of it. Maybe now that you haven't said anything and the reports haven't come out of exactly what it is, but maybe it was one of those things. He's mad. He thinks he's better than some other guys, thinks he should be getting the reps, but maybe he's not doing it. What I said was the problem with Rock Taylor is other guys do more than him. And what I mean do more than him, they play special teams. Rock Taylor don't do that. Yeah. And if you're not going to play special teams, you're going to have it's going to be hard for you to make the football team, at the number 5 or 6 wide receiver spot. You better do something else. He doesn't do anything else. He's not good enough to just be the one guy. He's not good enough right now, G.
Well, he can go play for the Cincinnati Bengals or the big trash Cleveland Browns. They signing dudes. They just signed Isaiah Bond, so they searching for wide receivers. So give him an opportunity to go over there where he can just go and catch the football. But like you said on the Steelers, man, if you're not a 1, 2, or 3, basically, bro, you special teams. So if you're not willing to do that, hey, you got to go, bro. You got to go. And I wish him well. No hard feelings. I wish him well.
Right. Speaking of Isaiah Bond, I heard that the Browns gave him $3 million guaranteed, G, to be on the team. I don't know if that's true or not. I didn't research it enough. Chat, y'all can let me know whether that's right or wrong. But I just heard that this morning that they gave Isaiah Bond $3 million guaranteed to be on their football team. I understand he had a ton of talent, but you're willing to take that kind of risk on the guy? Like, what? But it's the Browns. It's the Browns.
I'm about to say, B, what the hell do you mean? That we talking about the big trash Cleveland Browns that gave $230 million to Deshaun Watson and then all that bread to Myles Garrett. And I'm right here in the OH10, so I heard it too. I heard it early in the morning. It was all in the news. The Cleveland Browns signed Isaiah Bond and give him this. I was like, what? And this boy ain't practiced there first. So that's Cleveland. So maybe Rock needs to go on over there. Maybe he can get his bread together and do all what he needs to do. But he ain't going to be a Steeler this year. So like I said, I don't want to pull the sign out on him. But hey, man, adios muchachos, my friend. We'll catch you next lifetime, Rock. We'll catch you next lifetime. Maybe you can come back and give us another chance. But hey, man, good. Not good riddance, but we wish you well. We wish you well, bro.
We wish you well. Exactly. Exactly. It's moving on. And then Y.A. Black getting a ton of praise. Terrell Austin said that he could be a load, that he might be the long-term answer at nose tackle. I mean, he got a little arm injury. I think he's going to get over that. I'm excited about Y.A. Black. The team, the thing that they like about him, he's that big, but he's got a crazy motor, G. We've seen that in the preseason. We've seen it in practice, the stuff that comes out in practice. We saw it in the games. He got a crazy motor to be that big. I mean, this might be a steal, G. This might be a steal. 5th round draft pick, that big, can do a lot. Good motor. I like it. And again, we needed to get bigger, stronger, more athletic in the trenches, and younger, and we did that.
Yeah. It ain't no steal. He's a dog. He's a dog. He's already done shown what he can do, and we got him for big boy in Baltimore. Boy, I can't wait till you saw Harmon pick that dude up and pushed him and carried him all the way to the backfield. You saw that, and him in black up front. I don't give a damn if you put Benton up there or you put Cam Hayward. It's problems, bro. They're gonna have to double team at least 2 of them. So somebody running free on the edge. Black is a problem. Right. Black is a huge problem. 6'6", 340. Come on, dog. Stop that. Stop that.
Correct.
And that's for them rat birds. That's totally for them damn rat birds. Ain't no more 299 yards rushing ever again. Stop that.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was ugly. Enough. I like YA Black. My man Freddie says, I'm excited for YA Black as well. I feel like we haven't properly replaced Casey Hampton in our 3-4 defense. It's tough to have a 3-4 defense in this day and age, just because teams run so much different personnel, like 11 personnel, or even their 12 personnel, but one of the tight ends is a pass-catching tight end. So you got to match up personnel groups, so you're always running sub-package defense. So it's tough, like I said, to run our base 3-4 a lot, and we don't, and have a true nose tackle. But you need somebody in there regardless that can stop the run. He looks to be one of those guys, G.
Yeah, facts. He can shift out, too. He can shift out to the end. It don't matter. He can shift around. But, dog, the rotation that we have in the defensive line, dog, we got some depth, bro. We got some depth, not just on the edge. We got guys on the inside that's going to keep dudes off of our linebackers, man, so they can come downhill and make plays. Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen and them, they was getting killed because you had guards that was getting up to the second level. Hell, you had centers that was getting to the second level. Ain't going to be no getting to the second level with no YA Black. I promise you that his ass is going to be buried somewhere. You ain't getting to the second level. Hell no. So, yes, we had to do what we needed to do with that line, bro.
Alonzo Dunn, super chat. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Says, I'm going to try this again. The GD O-line is making me sweat real hard. I'm concerned about Rodgers' mentality. Pay much for the $2 stay. Look, man, we'll get to the offensive line. That's part of one of the topics that we're going to talk about. And it's ugly. I'm not going to lie to you, man. It's ugly. But it is what it is. Well, that wasn't a good performance that we put on the other night. That wasn't a good performance at all, and we'll get into that. Some trade rumors. Brian Johnson from Washington Commanders is on the trading block. They basically said that he was out there. How the Steelers have come up as insiders have said, not Steeler insiders, but people around the league said the Steelers are one of the teams. I'm like, do the Steelers need another running back, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think the Steelers need that. Why do we need to trade for a guy? No, we just drafted a guy. We got Jaylen Warren. Why do we need Brian Robertson? That doesn't make any sense to me, G, at all. At all, we don't need him. And we have Gainwell. No, this is not something that the Steelers even need to discuss, in my opinion.
Yeah. Brian Robinson is a marginal running back from Alabama University, but he's a zone running back. That's what he does. He attacks zone offense, this run scheme well. So I'm not going to put nothing past Omar Khan, but it doesn't make sense to bring him in because the only way is if Caleb Johnson has not done what we think. And we don't know. We're not sitting in practice, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what's going on. But if they're displeased like that, because a lot of times where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. That means somebody done kicked the can over there in Washington. And they're like, hey, what's going on with dude, man? Can we get him for like a 6? Because it looks like they're going to cut him. It looks like they're flat out going to cut Robinson. So they don't want him to hit the waiver wire so somebody can get him. So, there might be something going on and we don't know nothing about, But I'm not mad about acquiring talent and bringing it into any room. But the issue is if you bring him over, are we going to keep 4 running backs? because then now you mess up the depth
No.
at all other positions. You can't keep 4. And listen, Gainwell gonna make the squad. I don't give a damn unless they moving him to wide receiver and they're gonna bring Robinson in to play running back. But that would be crazy as hell. So man, it's a lot of moving parts. I give it a little bit of validity, but not that much of validity. I give it a little bit because, like I said, man, with a small this late in the game, man, we both been following this thing for a long time. When you start hearing trade rumors this late in the game, somebody done kicked the can somewhere and found out what was going on, bro.
The only thing for me, he's been the lead back for the last 2 years, and the most yards he's ever had is 700 and I think 79 or something like that. I'm like,
that's facts.
No. And he makes $3 million. So that I think that's why the Commanders are getting rid of him, because they're like, why do we need this guy making $3 million? We can pay less than half of that to 2 guys that can get the same production, and we can spend that money elsewhere. I mean, like I said, I don't think he's that guy. I don't even think the Steelers should even think about putting him on the football team. He doesn't serve a purpose. He's not better than what we have. And if he's not better than what we have, then why do we need him? And the Steelers, they absolutely don't need him. They don't need him. So
B, let me ask you a question, man. How much you trust Omar Khan, man? How much do you trust Khan?
I mean, other than him not being able to find a second wide receiver, I think he's done a good job.
Me too.
So, I trust him.
Me too. So, so that's why I'm saying, if Omar's doing something, it's something we can't see. If he's kicking the can and calling over to Washington and finding out what's going on, it's something we don't know or something we can't see, because I trust him. So if he's going to make a roster acquisition, hey, let it be. But we hitting the panic button because we saying we need a wide receiver too, and we don't know what the hell's going on the tackle. So that's where the anxiety comes in. Like, damn, man, why are we trying to get a running back? We ain't got everything else fixed. But we'll get to that stuff in the show, bro, for sure.
Right. Well, Alonzo says that I hate Jaylen Warren. I don't hate Jaylen Warren. I just said that Jaylen Warren isn't a 25 carry a guy running back, and
that's
he's
facts.
not.
That's facts.
He's not a 25 because he wears down. So I don't hate him. But it's okay if we understand what he is. And if we can get him anywhere between 12 and 18 touches a game, he's just fine. But anytime Jaylen Warren has started to get over that and get a bigger workload, he fumbles the football. So,
facts.
I mean, and I can't have my lead back fumbling the football. It's just that simple. So I don't hate him, but I know what he is, and we've all seen it. When his numbers start to get higher and higher and higher, I personally, he starts to fumble the football. But I heard that today from people. I was just like, I don't. That didn't make any sense to me. I don't know if it's even true. I don't know the validity of it. But I heard it from a couple different places. But I'm like, this is not something the Steelers need to even talk about. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, they shouldn't. But like I said, man, when they're smoking this late in the game, going into preseason game 3, that's because we done seen other guys on other rosters move. We done seen guys flip-flop, offensive linemen for defensive linemen. We done seen skill position guys get flip-flopped and traded. So at this late in the game, when there's smoke, there's fire. Now, I'm not, like I said, I would say maybe 15% from my perspective. But, man, you never know, bro. You never know.
No, you don't. You don't. So you're exactly right. Moving on, man. Let's get to some of these topics. It seems like people are wanting to talk about this offensive line, and they should.
Yeah.
Look, be on the lookout tomorrow, chat. Steelers Almighty has all 22 coming out of the first 10 plays of the offensive line. It was absolutely horrendous. Let's just get it out there, G. The first 10 plays were pathetic. That's the worst I've ever seen Zach Frazier play in a Pittsburgh Steelers uniform. It's the worst I've seen him play. Broderick Jones looked horrendous on 4 of the 10 plays. Just terrible. McCormick still with the same issues. Spencer Anderson with the same issues. Faetano looked okay. I will say he looked okay. But it was not, and we couldn't run the football at all, but it was all things that could be cleaned up. It's like we all get so mad at Pat Meyer, and at some point, doesn't he have to be responsible for the lack of technique, G? Because that's basically what this stuff was. It was lack of technique that these guys weren't getting stuff done. And I'm like, who the hell's the coach? Are you going to coach them at some point? to do this stuff right, but it hasn't gotten better. It's just one game. It was only 10 games. It's preseason. I don't want to panic, but I saw what I saw, and it didn't look good. Again, you know me. Yeah, it doesn't mean a whole lot, but it didn't have to look bad, does it?
No,
it
just
doesn't. Because the preseason doesn't mean anything. It don't mean that the preseason that you have to look bad in doing meaningful stuff. I don't like that. I didn't like what I saw.
It means a lot. I mean, B, we over here on Almighty, we deal in facts. And, some folks don't like it because they're like, man, y'all go hard on this and that. But let's just be honest. We have 4 of our starting 5 offensive linemen that have less than 3 years in the league. We have one guy we have 2 dudes that hadn't played 12 games as a starter. That's Troy Fautano and Mason McCormick. You have Broderick Jones is just this flip from one side to the other. And you have Zach Frazier that came in with a lot of praise. And now from him snapping the ball to a midget, a 5'9" dude, now he's snapping it to a real quarterback who's precise about ball placement where the ball's got to get snapped. And you also got to get all the play calls done for the line, right? So it does go back to the coach. But, bro, I'm pissed about the effort that I saw on that damn tape, man. The effort was ridiculous. Bro, you don't – listen, as an offensive tackle, you don't whiff on a dude, dog. I mean, I don't give a damn if you got to hold him. You don't whiff on him. You take the penalty. You take the penalty. Hey, I screwed this up. Because if you whiff on a dude, you're going to get your quarterback killed. You can't do that, bro. You can't. And I seen Broderick Jones out there with the big whiffing. And them damn Jordan cleats, boy. I'm telling you, I'm ready to lose it about them damn cleats, boy. Because listen, he doesn't set his base, bro. You know that. We played the position. We know what time it is. He's not setting his base. And I'm like, dog, what in the hell? You're not strong enough to just maul people from your upper body, bro. And if you're quick setting, that means if you don't get the dude right away, you're hit. So man, I'm pissed about the play of Broderick Jones. I am pissed about the play of Zach Frazier. I'm all right with Fautano. But Mason McCormick, he hasn't progressed. And the killer part is, like I said, man, it might be the coach, dog. It might be time. Where the damn sign at? It might be time. You can't get him already. It's too late for this season. But, dog, Pat Meyer, if you get my quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, killed because the lackadaisical effort from your offensive line, bro, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a big problem, man, because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Zoe says it all. He said, Big B, Pat is not out there. Broderick's not touching anybody sometimes. Y'all are going to see it. Y'all are going to see it. Y'all make sure you all go and check out the All 22 video. There's a play when Broderick lunges. He gets just overarmed by a backup defensive end with less than 1 second. And I'm like, what is going on? It was so bad. And again, Broderick Jones, he gets in good position. That's the thing. But his punch and hand placement is so horrific that then he has to get out of position because it's like, look, yeah, I can be in position with my feet, but if I can't use my hands properly, at some point I have to try to keep this guy in front of me. So I got to do anything possible. Well, then he gets out of position, and then good defensive linemen are going to spin on him and counter him. And there's a play, and you're right about the effort, G. That was a big part of Broderick Jones' issues last year was his effort. Yeah. There's a play on the touchdown pass. Yeah. On the freaking touchdown pass, Broderick Jones stops mid-block to turn around to look to see if the ball got thrown.
Trash.
A guy, he's engaged.
Yeah.
And he turns to look to see if the ball got thrown, and then he starts blocking again. I was like, are you kidding me? This can't be real life. It can't be real life. But I don't know. I don't know. I just,
2 games, dog. I'm giving him 2 games. Because, listen, he's Rodgers' blind side. I'm giving him 2 games, bro. Bro, because, listen, he whips on a dude, start and rotate. Listen, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not playing around with it. The New York Jets defensive line, them boys is nasty. They ornery and they nasty and they will get after you, bro. They got a big Samoan dude over there. I was watching them in the preseason. I'm like, oh, God. He'll eat. They defensive ends, they're not to be played with, bro. He whiff on a block on one of them boys, he going to get Rodgers killed. So man, listen, 2 games. You better show up the first 2 games of the season, or you know what sign I'm about to put out there, B? To the bench we go. To the bench we go for forever. And then when you go to the bench, you a bust. You a bust.
Yeah. The only thing is that Howard said it's only preseason, but again, because it's preseason, Howard, that doesn't mean you have to look bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could just look average and it would be fine. Okay, it's average. It played an average game. You don't have to look bad though, and that's the difference. You don't have to look bad, but it is what it is. They got to get better. It can't stay the same. It didn't look good. We haven't been able to run the football at all. But let me ask you this question: the bigger story is the O-line issue bigger than not having a second wide receiver? I think it is. I think the O-line struggling is a bigger story than second wide receiver.
B, you know how I got that hell yeah? I mean, that hell no sign? I'm about to give me a hell yeah sign in the middle. Hell yeah is more important. And listen, you cannot do anything offensively without the continuity and consistent play of the offensive line. The lack of offensive line play, you're going to struggle offensively for the season. And I know Pittsburgh's not counting on that because they brought in a big-time wide receiver in DK Metcalf. They brought in a dog defensive end in Jonnu Smith. Washington doesn't improve so damn much. He looked like a killer. You done switched up the running back room, but the line out there trash. Come on, man. The offensive line has got to do better, bro. Period. They can derail the season. Realistically, Steelers fans is like, okay, we could win 11, 12, possibly 13 games. Man, we get big trash play from the line. We looking at 8, 9, 7, and 10. For real, bro, because Rodgers ain't going to last. That's the main thing. That's a 41-year-old man out there, bro. You got to protect that dude, and you got to open up holes for the running backs. What the hell is going on, man? It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just got to get better. It's got to get better, but it's got to get better in a hurry. You know, we can't – and I understand the O-line doesn't have to be playing its best football week 1. I think myself and a lot of people get caught up in, oh, you got to be playing the best football you're going to play week 1 of the season. No, you don't have to be playing your best football week 1, but you damn sure shouldn't be playing your worst. That's the difference, is that you don't have to be playing outstanding football, you know, but you got to be able to be playing decent football. You know, it can't be bad football, because if you play bad, the Steelers lose. It's just period, point blank. And that's just the way it works. But saying all of that, I don't know. They got time to get it together. The talent is there. The talent is absolutely there. Now it just becomes a matter of, are we going to get it fixed? Are we going to get it fixed? And does a good quarterback, maybe another receiver, the guys that aren't actually out there on the field, does that make it better? Does game planning make it better? Are we worried about nothing? I'll ask you, chat. Are we worried about nothing? Because the Steelers, I mean, they're not really game planning. They're just out there running stuff, and it's pretty vanilla. So are we worried about more than what we should be, or is it legitimate? I don't know. I think it's a little bit of both, but I think it's legitimate because, again, I'm under the impression, G, just because preseason doesn't count, I think not looking bad, you don't have to look bad in doing so.
Yeah. Now, B, look, man, me and you both play ball, man. And when I tell you this scenario, you're going to be like, man, that dude right, bro. There's always a scenario where your position coach is blowing it, all right? And then that's when the head coach comes into the position room. And the head coach comes where you practicing out on the field, and the head coach got some stuff to say, right? And I think this is one of them times where Tomlin needs to go there and get an intervention. He needs to go and get an intervention and go into that damn coaching room and, like, put the film on and get with that clicker and be like, look at this big-ass trash right here. Hell no. Do you expect you're going to be – and I'm talking about light them up. Call them everything but a child of God. Let them have it. He needs to – and then after he does all of that, turn to Meyer and say, look, bruh, you on borrowed time. You're going to be out of here if you ain't trying to get these dudes aggressive, because if your position coach is nonchalant, the players are going to be nonchalant. They have to put maximum effort out there. I don't give a damn if it's vanilla or not. effort is effort, right? Playing is
Yeah.
playing. So effort, vanilla doesn't matter to me. I want you to have the effort to excel. Be aggressive from the time the whistle blows until the whistle stops, and then after that, take it just a little bit past the edge, right? But all that, out there trying to be a tough dude with them ugly ass Jordan cleats on and all whatever, get out of here, man. Dog, play football, man. Play football.
What is it with you in these Jordan cleats, man? Why are you so anti-Jordan cleats with Broderick? For instance, if he had on some buddies out there, some buddies cleats, do you think Broderick Jones would play any better? Maybe he's playing up to his capability because he's in Jordan cleats. You gotta let that go, G. Like,
I ain't
what
doing
is it?
I ain't
What
doing
is
it, man.
with the Jordan cleats? Because personally, I don't care if he was wearing Adidas, Reebok, whatever. I'm not sure he's going to play any better, man. Let that man live his life with the Jordan cleats, G.
They could call me a hater. I don't give a damn, B. It's ridiculous. You ain't earned the right to wear no damn Jordan cleats, man. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go get you some offensive lineman cleats on and earn the right to put them damn cleats on, man. Come on, man.
Now, Black Hillbilly got a good comment. Does Broderick do anything right? Yes, he does.
Hell no.
Yes, he does, man.
Hell no. He pissing me off, man. Come on, bro.
He does do things right. And I think that's why, for me personally, why I get so upset is because when he does it right, he looks incredible.
That's fact.
But it's not consistent enough. He got to find some consistency to it. That's the thing. So it's he just has to find the consistency to get it out. I think it's a lot of it is want to, and a lot of it is, Broderick looks mean, and sometimes he gets mean after the play. Broderick needs to start being mean in between the snap and the whistle. I think that's a lot. Broderick's got to start being a dog, G, once the ball is snapped into the whistle. Yeah. It's okay to beat somebody up. It's okay to do that. Just do it within the play. Every now and then he's got to do that, and I think he's starting to maybe get in his head. But we got to make it work because he's the best thing apparently that we have right now. So there's no go backs. Yeah. We got to move forward. So he's just got to get better, G. Got to get better.
Listen, if the coach won't do it, it's got to be an old veteran. So Malo, I'm charging you to Broderick Jones too, dog. Get in this grill. Get in this grill. I mean, listen, they're all grown men. They're all professionals, bro. But listen, he can have a direct effect on how Malo looks, right? Malo could look big trash because Broderick out there playing trash. So, it's got to be an old wily veteran. I love the NFL rosters where they got that wily veteran that'll just grab you by the face mask and be like, what the hell are you doing, man? So I need somebody to do that to Broderick. Get in this grill, man, and stop letting him be out soft out there, bro.
Yeah, I totally agree. Is that we got to get somebody that's just going to get after him a little bit. And who knows? But who's going to do that on the O-line? I don't know who's going to.
I don't know, man.
Got to be somebody, man. Yeah. Alonzo Dunn with the super chat says, I'm starting to think Broderick is a little remedial. Band-Aid on his – come on, man. No.
Stop that, bro. Come on now.
Come on. So we're not doing that, man.
Stop that, bro. Come on now.
It's just football. It's just football. Either you – some people just aren't good at football at the professional level. It's most people aren't good at football on a professional level. Hopefully that's not him, but remedial, come on, man, we're not doing it.
When I saw that check come up and I read it, the first thing I thought about was, man, Zoe trying to say that Broderick is on the short bus. I was like, oh no, dog, he can't in the league on the short bus, man. Come on, man, stop that, dog. You can't be saying tell somebody on the beep the short bus. Come on, man. No, dog, no. Come on, man, stop that, Zoe. Stop that, bro.
Let's move on, people. Let's move on. So, wide receiver number 2 watch. Gabe Davis was in the building again today for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
As of yesterday, G, it was a done deal that he was coming back to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We had debate yesterday, and everybody online talked about how he's going to fit in, what he's going to look like, yada, yada, yada. All of a sudden, about midday today, turns out he's got a trip going to Buffalo, and that the Steelers now have competition. I don't know I kind of started getting on board, although I'm not sure that Gabe Davis moves the needle. But if you look at it as, hey, if anything happens to DK, he can at least be the big bodied wide receiver that the Steelers would need. Not that he's the same talent, but at least the body type can be the same. I agree. Is he even going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler now, G? If Buffalo wants him?
I doubt it. Because he played there before. He has a relationship with Josh Allen, with the head coach, with the ownership, with the general manager, with the players on the team, right? If he's healthy enough, matter of fact, I'm going to be honest, B, if he would have never got hurt, they probably would have never got rid of him. He still would probably be a Buffalo Bill right now. So what are the Bills known for? You get in Buffalo and you circle the wagons. They ain't no way in hell they letting him out of Buffalo, New York without a contract. If he can still play, he going to be a Bill. Right. But, and once again, this is where Pittsburgh, hey, you should have circled the wagons. You know, Omar, I love you, bro. I love you. But there'll be stuff, man, that you do that just drives me batty. Stop trying to lowball dudes, bro. Just go ahead and just pay them what you need to pay them. Get them on a contract. If they're there in Pittsburgh and they're not hurt and they're ready to go, sign him. But I think it's too late now, B. He gone. And I doubt if he catches a plane from New York back to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I doubt that.
And now he may not do that, but I don't know if you can blame Omar Khan for this one. I mean, we can blame Omar Khan for a lot of them, wide receiver mistakes. We can 100%. But if we signed Gabe Davis and then he couldn't play because his knee wasn't right, well, then who would we be blaming? We would be blaming Omar Khan. So
That's
the
right.
guy clearly wasn't able to play when he came to Pittsburgh the first time. Nobody else brought him in. Nobody else signed him. So he wasn't able to play at the time. Now, I'm sure he came back. The only reason he came back was, okay, hey, here's the deal. We want you, Gabe Davis, but until your knee's right, we can't sign you. Once you do come back and you can pass a physical, this is what we're able to give you. Well, maybe there's some other suitors that wanted to do the exact same thing. So I don't know if Omar Khan, there's plenty of blame when it comes to wide receivers to go around. I'm not sure this is one of them. I just think it's a situation to where, look, the Steelers aren't going to go and pay this guy $4 or $5 million a year.
That's big facts.
Yeah, they're not going to do that. And I don't even think Buffalo is going to do that. But you start looking at situations, what do you want to do? I had the most success that I've ever had in my career in a certain place. Do I want to go back there to try to rekindle some of that success? Maybe it makes more sense to him to do that, to be in Pittsburgh. If you're asking me, what would you do? I can just tell you this. My personal story. I went to Xavier to play basketball. Didn't go to class. They tend to not let you come back when you don't go to class, which is what happened. I went to Coffeyville to play football and went to junior college. It was in Kansas. I had opportunities to go places, an opportunity to go home, to play in Louisville. I said, you know what? I've had the most success out of high school that I've had. Why do I want to leave that? And I didn't. And I stayed. There's a lot of people that do the exact same thing. So I wouldn't be mad if Gabe Davis did that. Yesterday, I said he didn't move the needle. I still don't think he moves the needle that much for Pittsburgh.
Nope.
But I think he helps. That's the difference. He may not move the needle and be better. Maybe he's not better than Roman Wilson. Maybe he's not better than Calvin Austin. But maybe he's just as good or just a little bit less than what they are. So he helps the room because he's definitely better than Bobby Trees. Definitely better than Robert Woods. And here's another thing about that Gabe Davis that people don't know about. He can block.
That's facts.
Not only can he block, he is a willing blocker. So let me get the super chat by Mr. Dodd here. He said, I'm going to say it again. Go and trade for Adam Thielen. It just makes sense at this point. Playing Carolina this week, have a conversation with the GM. The only thing is Carolina thinks they can win some football games this year, and they got a young quarterback. Trade deadline, I think Adam Thielen is going to be up for grabs because Carolina's going to be out of it by then. But this time, right now, they want to see what they have in their quarterback. So they're not going to get rid of Adam Thielen. But I love the thought. I love the thought. And like I said, if the Steelers can hang around mid-season trade before the deadline, absolutely. Absolutely, because Thielen will be there because he's a guy that he ain't going to get you a bunch of yak, but he's going to get open and he's going to catch the football.
Yeah. That was the whole to me, that was the whole purpose in like the joint practice thing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because we know that they have depth in the room, and that gives our scouting department and general manager and other people in the system to take a look at, okay, this guy or that guy, you can bring him in. So I understand his thinking saying, okay, Thielen, but B, I'm with you 150%. That dude ain't gonna come loose until about the trade deadline. And it's gonna
No.
be somebody who thinks and feels that they're a contender, and they'll trade for him. They'll give up a fourth or a fifth or a future to get him. But if they can swindle him out of there and like get him on the plane with Pittsburgh when they leave, I ain't mad at that either. Because
No.
we've already said our wide receiver 2 has to be the guy that when DK gets double teamed and they're in that zone defense taking away the tight end, that dude's got to be able to catch the ball and move the chains. Adam Thielen
Correct.
can do that. He's not going to yak it, but he's sure going to move them damn chains, bro. So I like the
Right.
thinking. I like the thinking of it.
Right. My man Jordy here says, love the show. Been watching for a minute, Big G. Appreciate the super chat and supporting the channel, Jordy. Said, with the lack of talent on offense, would you consider 11-6 with a single playoff win a successful season? Yes.
Yeah. Fact.
Yes. I would say it's a successful season.
Yeah.
Now, there's going to be some people that are going to tell you that the Steelers just winning a playoff game is not successful. It's either Super Bowl or bust. I tend to look at it as you got to take steps to get to the Super Bowl. The Steelers haven't been close to just winning a playoff game. Now you're saying that if they don't win the Super Bowl, it's not a successful season. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But I would say this. The Steelers could go 17-0. And if they lose in the first round of the playoffs, it is not a successful season.
That's
I think, to me, it's playoff win or bust. It's playoff win or bust. That's what it is for me. I don't care what the regular season record is. I don't care what it looks like. You either win a playoff game or you don't. And if you don't, it's not successful, G. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, the improvement of the 53-man roster, we've seen it, okay? Now, we got to find out that we missed on Jones, right? But if we've improved the 53-man roster enough where we can win a playoff game, and then in 2026 draft a quarterback to insert into that, hey, I'm with that. That's the progressional steps that you're talking about. Maintain, because remember, the whole deal was they were still relevant during a rebuild. That was the whole thing. We remain relevant during the rebuild. Other teams blow it up. Like they lose their franchise quarterback. Oh, they suck for years because they restocked that dang on room to get it to where they can insert the quarterback. We remain relevant. With the improvements to the 53-man, we're in position. If the line just gets the head out their ass, we can win at least one playoff game and go 11-6. So, yeah, I think that's where I'm at with it too, B. I'm all right with 11-6, just as long as we don't lose to the damn Ratbirds, bro, in the playoffs. I'm straight. I don't want to lose to them. Now, if it's 11-6, we win one playoff game, and in the divisional round, we lose to the Ratbirds, I'm still going to be pissed at them, bro. I ain't going to tell you straight up. I'm going to be mad as hell because I can't stand Baltimore, bro.
Correct. Black Hillbilly says, is Tinsley from Cincy any better than what we have to snatch up if he goes to the practice squad?
He ain't going to practice squad.
Yeah, I don't think so
the roster. Yeah, he making it, bro. Yeah, that boy making it. Yeah,
that's kind of what I think too. Super chat by Mr. Dodd here. Appreciate you. He said, did John Mechie get traded and for what package? He did.
I know the package.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the package was John Mechie got traded for a 4-string tight end out of Philadelphia, and they pick swapped a 4th and a 5th. So Mechie went to Philadelphia, the 4-string tight end went to Houston, and they pick swapped a 4th and a 5th.
Yeah. My thing with Mechie is, I know there was a lot of people that wanted, and we talked about this yesterday, is the Houston Texans went out of their way the last 3 years. Now, the first year, the man had cancer, was coming back off an injury. Okay. After that, I mean, it's not like he was healthy enough to play. And I get it. I'm sure you need time to come back from freaking leukemia, man. I mean, shit. Having said that, the Houston Texans have done everything in their power to put people in front of this man on the depth chart. They have gone out of their way to replace him on the depth chart. And we keep saying, well, he never really had an opportunity. That's because the Texans don't want him to have an opportunity. They didn't want him to have an opportunity. They kept bringing in free agents. They kept drafting guys and putting them ahead of him. Do the Steelers really want that? And my
Mm-mm.
whole thing about it is that he is a slot. I mean, he's not this big guy. He's not a big bodied guy. I mean, he's
Mhm.
6 foot, 180
Mhm.
pounds.
Mhm.
We got a couple of those guys. We don't need anybody else like that. So
Mhm.
I get the John Mechie thing, but what did he ever do to say, you know what, the Steelers need to just go trade for him and he's got to be on our team? The Houston Texans were saying this guy's 5th on the depth chart and we don't want to move him up.
Mhm.
We're going to do everything in our power to keep bringing guys in because we think they're better than this guy. And then
Yeah.
finally they said enough's enough and they traded him.
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
it was also camaraderie from Philadelphia. John Mechie played with Devontae Smith. He played with Jalen Hurts all down in Alabama. They was all there together. So it's some camaraderie there. But yeah, he's not. Listen, they drafted 2 wide receivers back to back. They got both of them out of Iowa State back to back with Nico
Right.
Collins, with Tank Dell. Bro, he might have been 6th. He wasn't going to see no PT at all, bro. Special teams forever.
No.
So, but in Philadelphia, he could maybe be the 4th receiver. He could maybe realistically be the 4th receiver. If something was to happen to Devontae, I always say his name wrong. Anyway, Smith, the wide receiver, he could spell him for a game or two, but nah, he wasn't worth us trading for him. Because at first I was pissed, B. You know that. I was like, man, this is BS. But
Right.
it didn't fit the profile for us for wide receiver, bro.
No. He wasn't what the Pittsburgh Steelers are looking for. They were looking for a big bodied guy on the opposite side of the field, and he just doesn't fit the mold. And again, I understand that our wide receiver room is something to be desired, and we shouldn't be so picky. And I totally get that. But again, it's not like other wide receiver room situations like in Indianapolis or in Tampa. You know, it wasn't like those situations where they're bringing guys in and somebody just can't move up the depth chart. They're just replacing and replenishing guys. They kept replacing and just keeping Mechie. They never thought that he was going to be better than a 4th, basically the 5th wide receiver on their team. They never thought that. So, because if they did, they wouldn't have kept drafting all these guys. Well, they did and bringing free agents in. So I think the Steelers are fine there. Like I said, realistically, the wide receiver room kind of is what it is, G. Everybody wants to just give Roman Wilson a chance, and I agree. Give Roman Wilson a chance. Having said that, just because you're giving somebody a chance also doesn't mean that you can't try to improve yourself.
Yeah.
You know, I want Roman Wilson to get the opportunities, but that doesn't mean the Steelers have to say, you know what, we're not going to do anything until Roman Wilson proves that he can do it. Because what if he can't? And then you cost yourself being able to get somebody that can do the job. That's not how this thing works. You have to try to improve yourself at all times. Doesn't always work, but you have to try to do that.
That's the job of the GM. The job of the GM is to constantly improve the 53-man roster to put your team in position to win football games. You always got to be looking. It could be week 4, week 5, somebody calls, say, hey, man, we got this dude available. You want to try? Now, there's a lot of clicking that goes on, B. You know that too as well. Like, and they'll call me like, what do y'all want for TJ? Like, click. You know, what y'all want for click? You know, but there's a lot of those calls that happen. So yeah, you know, it's you always have to improve. So you're absolutely correct. You got to look for ways to improve your roster, bro. Absolutely.
Always. Always. Let's move on, man. So Cam Hayward, back to practice today. You know, here's the thing about Cam Hayward. We've talked about it. He wanted more money. Cam basically, for the last week and a half or so, was pouting because he made a bad business deal and it ended up costing himself some money. And so he was pouting. And finally, he's like, okay, I got to stop pouting. And maybe he only practiced today. He ain't going to practice any other, but he was out there. They were in pads. He was out there today. And Tomlin said he went through team drills because somebody said, well, he was in individual work. Well, I'll just let you listen to what Tomlin said. We got the little press conference here on what Mike Tomlin said. So we'll let you listen to what Mike Tomlin actually said when he was questioned about Cam Hayward. But my thing about it, while we're waiting for it to come up, my thing about it is he knew he wasn't going to win. He wasn't going to win.
Yeah.
And he's probably known that for a while, G. He's known that this wasn't going to happen for him.
He blew it. I mean, let's just be honest. He blew it. He blew it. He hedged his bets, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The smart move should have been for him to do is hit the free agent market. That's what he should have. Right after, listen, I'd have been out of there, bro. I'm telling you, with the quickness, man, I'd have been out of there. I'd have free agent market that thing so fast, and I'm gonna show you because he'd have got his bread. But no, and like you said, and listen, Tomlin's not gonna say that, but you can, like how you can pick up on what a person's saying in their tone. Watch when we watch the clip. Watch the tone. How Tomlin addresses the thing with Cam, man. You could tell Tomlin's like, dude.
Cam participated in individual period today. Do you anticipate him joining in team periods?
He also participated in teamwork as well.
Mike, does Cam doing team periods mean anything's changed with his situation?
You'd have to ask him.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, that's the answer you're supposed to give when you're a head coach. Somebody's asking you about somebody's contract. They're holding out. Ask him. Has anything changed? And I think that's Mike Tomlin's way of saying, hey, man, they're not budging. They're not giving you any more money. So either you want to be here or you don't. My man Leonard Dodd says it just like this. We need volunteers, not hostages.
Leonard Dodd loved them Tomlinisms, boy. He loved them Tomlinisms, boy. He loved them. I feel you, Leonard. I get it, bro.
Absolutely. And that's my whole thing, man, is like, look, Cam, you pouted. And I'm not even saying he doesn't deserve more money, but you made the bad deal. You made the deal. And if he made the deal 2 years ago, I would say, damn it, Cam, come back. You're right. But you just did this last year. And not only that, you had an opportunity to be a free agent and bet on yourself, and you didn't do it. But moving past that part, I'm glad he's back in practice because the Steelers need him, G. I know there was a lot of Yinzers out there. Screw Cam, cut him. We don't need him. He's a bum. He's no good. Disown him from the Steelers. I'm sorry, people. Because as soon as he gets that first sack on opening day, you're going to be applauding, jumping up and down for him. The Steelers need Cam Hayward. They flat out need him. Period. End of story.
Cam is probably outside of Jalen Ramsey, one of the most pivotal parts of the defense in 2025. He's got to teach those young guys what to do. He's got to show Harmon what to do. He's got to show Black what to do. He's got to continue to work with Benton and show him what to do. And when their wily old veteran does something great, the rest of them gonna get fired up, bro. He's critical on the defensive line. So yeah, we need him 100%. Now I wasn't one of them Yinzies, but I heard them too, Big B. Them Yinzies out there, get rid of him. He's trash. And I'll get out of here, man. That boy might be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And you talking about cutting him. Stop that, bro. Stop it.
People are crazy.
Yeah, man.
Either way, now Michelle got a good point here. I think what she says, again, thanks for the super chat and supporting the channel. Said, I think what Roger said on Cam's podcast may have sparked something. I don't know if anybody heard it, but he absolutely called Cam out and said, hey, everything's not about you and your money. And it kind of took Cam aback a little bit, but I'm like, I go, he got a point there. Yeah. And they kind of laughed it off and joked off and moved on. But you could tell it's like, look, you called me out saying, do I want to be here or do I not want to be here? And now all of a sudden, now you're not in camp making it about money when you literally just signed a new deal. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Cam. Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not. I don't want to start rumors because that's not the guy I am. But I heard it. Yeah. I saw it. I saw the reaction. It didn't look like everything was all harmony. It was him and DK. And it didn't look like everything was just just a happy-go-lucky. It looked like something may be there. I don't know, but we'll see. Super chat from Awareness and Accountability said Cam came back so Connor won't get traded.
That's facts. That's facts. Listen, I already done told you. You saw my reel out there. The tight end that God desires me to have is not Connor Hayward. So, hell yeah, he came back to get that boy, to keep him on the roster.
Yes, I believe it. Our man Leonard Dodd said, we would lose our minds if we lost an all-pro player and got nothing in return. We'd be outside the stadiums with tiki torches. Exactly. So stop nonsense about
Yeah.
trading Cam. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it is what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. And like I said, listen, Connor Hayward is not the tight end that God desires for the Pittsburgh Steelers to have. It's a different guy. And like I said, check my reel out, bro. I clowned him, but he came back to make sure his brother make the squad. Nepotism is a real thing, bro. You know that. We all know that, bro. We all know
it
that.
Is. Mark Tobin said, I don't think he is that important. Gotta watch more football, Mark. You gotta watch more football, man.
Yeah.
If you don't think an all-pro defensive tackle is that important, you gotta watch more football. It's the only thing I'll say to you, brother. Yes, Cam is absolutely important. So.
Totally.
And I know you're saying the NFL will live on without Cam Hayward. Nobody said that it wouldn't. That's just what are you saying? That we're saying that the NFL is going to stop? Nobody said that. All we said is the Pittsburgh Steelers need him to be Cam Hayward on this football team. Stop it, man. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
If we want success in 2025, hell yeah, we need him. You talking crazy.
Right.
Yeah, we need him. Yeah. I don't
Kenny
get
Jones
it, bro.
said he's not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he is. I don't know if he's a first ballot, but he's a Hall of Famer. He's a 4-time All-Pro.
Yeah.
Those guys make the Hall of Fame, my man.
Yeah.
4-time All-Pros make the Hall of Fame.
I guarantee you he going to the Hall. Maybe not first ballot, but I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee he going to the Hall.
4-time in this day and age, especially sometimes they put in guys that you're like, but either way, Cam's not one of those iffies. He just may not make it first ballot, but just because you're first ballot don't mean that you're not a Hall of Famer. It doesn't mean that. So that's my point with it. But he's definitely going to the Hall of Fame.
As Palmer said, what Kool-Aid he drinking? No, he ain't drinking Kool-Aid, dog. He
know.
drinking that damn Thunderbird. He out there, he got that Quavo with the Thunderbird mixed up on the side and got a little pint of Wild Irish Rose. He tripping. He tripping, bro. Nah, hell no, he can Hall of Fame. What do you mean? What do you mean, bro?
Yeah, he's Hall of Famer for sure. Mr. Dodd again said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, says Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know if anybody watched it. It was on Cam's podcast too. It was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable. Now they moved on. They did a good job of moving on, but it was just uncomfortable. So it was uncomfortable.
Listen, for all those who want a reference point, go check out the reel on Steelers Almighty that our executive producer, my boy Big B, put together. And they snipped together what Cam said versus what he said later on. It's contradictory, man. It's ridiculous. Because if it's really all about that, bro, you're supposed to be a leader. And B, I'm going to say this and leave it alone. Aaron Rodgers is misunderstood as a player, dog. Aaron Rodgers is a real dude, bro. And you don't understand him till you get him in your camp. And when you get him in your camp, Aaron Rodgers ain't scared to call out nobody. He ain't scared. And I like that. I like that from the quarterback. Say what you got to say, bro. Say what you got to say. You might be here for 1 year, but you leading. And that's what I need you to do. I need you to call out the dudes that think that they in the spot. Come on, bro. This is about us doing well in 2025. Get off the damn sideline and get in the game, bro. Get in the game.
Wild Bill says something different. He said that Aaron Rodgers is a sarcastic SOB. But sarcastic can be a lot of truth. So, and he was being sarcastic. I mean, he was definitely being sarcastic. There may have been something there. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, just go play good football, man. The locker room's full of testosterone, full of 53 men. All those guys don't like each other. You ain't got to be best friends to go play good football, man.
That's
you don't
facts.
have to be best friends to be good football. Kennedy said Aaron Donald, Reggie White, Bruce Smith, John Randall literally took games over. Cam ain't that dude. Okay. I think there's guys in the Hall of Fame that aren't as good as those guys too. So got to stop it, man. Got to stop.
Yeah, that's total facts.
Your point's not going to be made by bringing up the best players to ever play the position, because here's the thing that I could say. There's the Hall of Fame, and then there should be another room in the Hall of Fame. Well, those guys belong in a different room in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But these guys, I mean, there's plenty of room for guys like Cam Hayward. Got to stop. I know you don't like him, and I know you want to be right, but you're not right. He's that good. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so, facts. That's total facts.
It just is what it is.
Yeah, I'll put my podcast running. What he said.
Yes. S. Palmer says, let's pull it up here. There's Thunderbird in the Kool-Aid. There's Thunderbird in the Kool-Aid.
S. Palmer?
So,
Big facts. Big facts, S. Palmer. I'm riding with you on that one. Yeah. Hell yeah, he's right. Absolutely.
Yeah. And regardless of that, the Steelers just need him. He was the best D lineman that we had last year. You know, I mean, that's just the truth. So do you not want that? Do you not want a first team All-Pro on your football team? Or do you want one? It's just that simple.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a first team All-Pro, which means there was him and another guy on the defensive interior line that were the best defensive tackles in the National Football League last year. He was one of those guys. Do you not want that on the team?
Yeah.
If you don't, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Then don't be mad when the Steelers can't stop the run. And I know what you'll say. Well, he didn't stop the run last year. Well, you don't stop the run with just one guy. You know, you got to have a collection of guys. I go, but again, he was the best. And All-Pro isn't like the Pro Bowl either, G. Like some people think, oh, well, they just put people on the Pro Bowl. They don't put people on All-Pro. They don't do that. But they don't do that. They don't do that with the All-Pro team. You're either the best at the position or you're not. They just don't hand those out to people.
B, he was an first team All-Pro at what age? At what age? How old was
35.
he last season?
35.
That dude is a freaking Hall of Famer, dog. What are you talking about? At 35 years old, he was still first team All NFL.
And the whole thing about it is
go off right now just because of he was 35 freaking years old and was a first team Hall of Famer. I mean, first team All NFL. What do you mean? He's a Hall of Famer. What do you mean?
And you think about it, the Ravens ran for 300 yards last year in the playoff game and Cam played. Do they go for 5 if he doesn't play?
Shit,
like
if
he's not on the Steelers, do they just say we don't need to even throw the football and we just run it for 500 yards? Is that what happens? So I get it. People don't like him, don't want to like him, and they're set in their ways. But there's not a team in the history of the National Football League that would say, you know what, we got the first team All-Pro under contract. We don't need that guy.
That's facts. That's facts, man. That's total facts.
And matter of fact, anybody that says that, I just can't take you seriously. I just won't take you seriously anymore because it's just stupidity at that point. It's just stupidity, and just want to be set in your ways to be wrong. But that's okay. We appreciate everybody's opinion, man. We appreciate everybody's opinion.
Sure do.
So moving on, man. The producer's question, ladies and gentlemen. They've been good the last couple of weeks. They've been good the last couple of weeks, G. You know, producer questions have not been garbage. Now, I mean, we went through a string there where the producer question was absolute garbage. It was absolute garbage.
Damn.
The last couple of weeks, they have been good questions.
That's true.
Thought-provoking. Chat got riled up with it.
That's true.
The last couple of weeks, that's kind of where it is.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I couldn't help but chuckle and laughing at my executive producer, man. I feel y'all don't realize how hard that man works, man. So me and Big B give him hell. Behind the scenes, we give him hell, bro. Because some of the stuff be big trash. Like it's horrible. It's horrible, bro. Some of the stuff, even the little side comments in our chat line, and when we talk, man, I'll be like, man, D, what is you talking about, bro? You tripping. You know, so come on, man. Come on, bro.
Awareness and accountability is got the statement of the night said the DNA is strong. Connor is our next All-Pro. Unbelievable.
I wish to God I had the Matrix over here, man, because that's diabolical what you just said. That is total kick rocks. Get the hell out of here, man. He the next one. That boy shouldn't even be on the 53. What is you talking about? Get him out of here. There go the Matrix graphic right there. You see. One man enters, 2 man leave. I mean, 2 man enter, 1 man leaves. You in the Matrix, my friend. Adios, muchachos. Hell no. Hell no. Stop that.
I love it. I love it. Connor. I mean, he's only joking, but I love it. I love it. So I absolutely love it. But yeah, producer questions have been wild, man. Been Wild Bill said, "Where's the awareness and accountability?" I love it.
Hey, man. Hey. There's no way in hell, man. I mean, like you said, the Matrix is back up, man. Listen, that Matrix is starting to get packed. Claude is over there at the gate. Some other dudes over there at the gate. They welcoming people in. Listen, they got an expansion. They going through gentrification, Big B. They going through gentrification in the Matrix. They trying to expand, bro. Trying to expand.
So Steelers multiverse. So in a universe where you can switch the existence of players from their original teams, which one of these legendary Steelers would you pick and send off to be replaced? Ed Reed steps into Troy Polamalu. I may be biased, but I'm one of the people that don't believe that Ed Reed is better than Troy Polamalu. I don't think he's better than him. So no there. Phillip Rivers goes under center for Big Ben. Hell no. Now Larry Fitzgerald for Antonio Brown. That's different. Reggie White wears Mean Joe Green's jersey instead. Now it's personal. Now it's personal for me. Now it's personal.
Hey man, this is a tough one, bro. This is actually this gonna get the chat fired up, bro. This is tough. Because man, there's some bias in there. Because you not only do you got to look at how they switch, but look at who they would have played with, right? So you take you take Mean Joe off the steel curtain. Off the steel curtain, but then you put Reggie with us in the 90s, bro. Look, Antonio Brown for 4 years was the best wide receiver in the league, but Larry Fitzgerald's career, oh my dog. Now I understand Big Ben and Phillip Rivers you might have thrown that one out the window right off the bat because hell ain't no way in hell Phillip Rivers didn't bust a great, but Reed for Polamalu. Now, Polamalu's my dude, dog. That's my two favorite Steelers of all time is Jerome Bettis and Troy Polamalu. Bro, but man, no, Ed Reed was a dog. He was a dog. So, man, this is hard. This is a hard question, bro. This is a hard one, man.
For me, I think it's C. Because, again, I don't think Ed Reed is better than Troy Polamalu. I've never thought that, never going to think that. So, to me, that's not up for debate. Phillip Rivers was pretty damn good. But I'm still going to give Big Ben the advantage over him. I'm still going to give Big Ben that. And I get it that Rivers didn't play in a stable organization. That's not Ben's fault. For me, I think it's C because, look, you just take the overall career. Larry Fitzgerald had a better career. Because Antonio Brown, you could even say he's a top 10 wide receiver. There's conversations that Fitz is top 5. So I'm taking Larry Fitzgerald over Antonio Brown. That would be for me.
Oh,
but
man.
I'm definitely not taking Reggie White over Joe Green.
I know you was going to say
that. I'm not doing that. I don't give a damn what happened. I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Man, it's so personal for you for 75, dog. You feel some kind of way. Somebody get to talking about 75, you be like, man, shut the hell up. You didn't know what the hell.
I'm not doing it.
But B,
Joe
Reggie
Green and Rod Woodson. Joe Green and Rod Woodson. I don't care who you offer me. I'm not trading. You could offer me Dion. I'm taking Rod Woodson. You offer me anybody you want. I'm taking Joe Green and I'm taking Rod Woodson. Period. End of discussion. That's it.
Man, and listen, on my all-time team, my two ends is Joe Green and Reggie White. So see, I'm not gonna say I'm picking Dean, but that's my two ends, bro. I'm just saying I'm running a 4-3, and there's my two ends. So you ain't going nowhere. The Minister of Defense was a killer. He was a killer. So, but I gotta side with you, dog. I'm rolling with C because Larry Fitzgerald, first ballot Hall of Fame. Antonio Brown might not never get to the Hall of Fame. For 4 years, he killed the league, though. He killed the league.
For 6.
I say yeah.
But the thing about it is that AB's not going to the Hall of Fame because of what he did off the field.
That's
facts. It's not because of what he did on the field. Because if they keep it to just what's on the field, then now granted, he was already in the Hall of Fame, but there's a guy in the Hall of Fame that killed somebody, allegedly. Allegedly. So. And there's been guys or are guys in the Hall of Fame that have done a lot of stuff, allegedly, and they're still there, but it didn't happen on the field. It didn't affect them on the field so that we know. AB, again, incredible, but a guy like that, the problem is that it was off the field. So, and not to mention the last time we saw AB quit on his team in the middle of the game and ran off the field taking his clothes off.
Mm,
that's a problem, G.
yeah. Hey,
That's a
but
problem. That's not what you say is Hall of Fame behavior, man.
facts. But and Larry Fitzgerald's totality of his career, this the thing too, B. If it wasn't for the heroic effort of Ben Roethlisberger and Santonio wide open Holmes, Larry Fitzgerald might have had to catch forever in the Super Bowl. He killed us. He killed
and that
us.
was a legendary defense the Steelers had too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I listen, Fitzgerald. No, listen, AB, I love you, dog. 84 don't belong to you no more, dog. 84 going on Fitzgerald. 84 going on Fitzgerald, dog. 84 going on Fitzgerald. AB, you got to give up that number. He coming in snatching numbers, dog. Like, dog, give up your jersey, dog. You out of here, bro. So I'm taking Fitzgerald as the swap. I'm taking C. It makes all the sense in the world because everybody else, I can't do it. Palomali, Big Ben. Oh, but Reggie, man, damn. But yeah, I gotta take C. I know, man. I know it's personal, bro. I know. I'm not tripping. I don't even want to start that up because, man, me and you will argue for a half hour. I'm not. I'm a roll with C, bro. I'm a yield to Big B on this one. I'm a roll with C, dog. I'm a roll with C.
The only defensive player that you might be able to get me off of Joe Green for would be Lawrence Taylor. That's the only person that you may be able to get me out of that jersey would be Lawrence Taylor. Other than that, I'm not coming out of that jersey. And that's no disrespect to Reggie White. I'm just not coming out of that jersey. Joe Green is that dude for me. He is that dude for me. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. See, you're making the case. I'm with C. Roll with C, bro. We got it. Roll with C. I'm with you. Good question by the producer. Hey, man, you just stepped up, bro. We're proud of you, man.
Hasn't he?
We're proud of you, man. You're doing outstanding, bro. Outstanding, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Big credit, man.
Oh yeah, that is true, Howard. AB is wanted for murder right now, isn't he?
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Jesus,
he's somewhere out there looking for him. But it ain't got nothing to do with us. He ain't tied to Steelers organization, so I wish him well. But
there's the comment of the night. The Steelers ain't the Steelers without Mean Joe. I mean, they ain't. They ain't the Steelers without Mean Joe. You can't put Reggie White and be the Steelers. I ain't trying to hear that mess. No.
Reggie White with Jack Lambert?
I had Mean Joe Green with Jack Lambert.
I'm just saying Reggie White with Jack Lambert?
Mean Joe. Okay, that's all I need to say. Mean Joe. That's all I'm saying. With Jack Lambert. They were pretty good.
See, I know what it is. You was one of them kids that had that damn Coke. When you watched that Coke commercial, bro, and you had that damn, and he pulled his jersey off and threw it at you because he traded it. Yeah, he threw the jersey to you. And you had the damn Coke, man. I know what it is, man. I know, man. It's the same people with Air Jordan. That be like Mike. He was the first. He was the first one doing that. Mean Joe was the first one doing stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I get it. I get it, man. But I'm gonna go with Fitzgerald because it's the correct answer. The correct answer is Fitzgerald over AB. The correct answer.
Yeah. That's where I'm going. And again, that's no disrespect to AB. It just is what it is for me, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, chat. Great job tonight, man. Y'all did a great job tonight, man. People in there agree, disagree, wilding out, excited, telling the truth. I appreciate you guys, man. We absolutely appreciate you guys for showing up and everything that y'all do, man. Thank you guys a lot. Remember, we're going to be here every single Tuesday. Don't matter what the season's coming up. We're just going to be talking more in-game football stuff on the Big Show, man. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for the season to get started. Big G, tell everybody where they can find you at, my man.
True. Like you said, every Tuesday over here on the Big Show with my fellas, man, we over here kicking it. And we appreciate the live chat. And y'all listen, chat, y'all do me a favor. The channel's growing. Y'all doing an outstanding job by spreading the word. Help the channel grow and get to 10K. And make sure before you go off of here, you get the algorithms up and hit the like button. And if you're a Twitter fan that follows us on Steelers Almighty, retweet the show. We'll interact with you and all whatever because Twitter is where you grow. So yeah, retweet this show, put it out there on social media. Good things is going on. Now for me, I step out for here off the big show, off of Steelers Almighty. I step into it a KnoItAllz cage, and I got to battle some Yenzies tomorrow night. So look for me tomorrow night on Pump Your Brakes podcast on the KnoItAllz channel with my boy, Tate Boy Fresh, and also my dude, the big trash Yenzie himself, Kirby. And then listen, Big B, I swear to God, I helped Tate hit the gas so fast that when we whip around the corner, he throws Kirby out the car. and then we're going to pull up and we're going to pick up the Triple OG Shannon White and we're going to get Pump Your Brakes and we'll drive a little slower and try to get what we need to get done. But I'm telling you, bro, make sure you check me out on the KnoItAllz channel tomorrow night, man. I'll be at 7 o'clock, starting at 7 o'clock, and then another show following on 8 o'clock, man. But like you said, I get out every week on the big show with my boy Big B, man.
Absolutely, man. Memberships are available. Again, we'll be live streaming the last preseason game on Thursday. But then after that, people, it only goes to members that we live stream the games, the regular season games, or the Hall of Fame level or higher. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you sign up for that. You know how to do that. It is in the chat. We appreciate everybody. Again, thank you. Do us a favor. Go out when this video goes off. Make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment. Let us know what you like, you didn't like. We appreciate all comments and everything. So thank you guys as always. Whew, good show. Football is almost here, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost done with this preseason. One last super chat by my man Alonzo Dunn. He said, later, everybody, at Mr. Dodd. Said, somebody get Echelon Motion Pictures a drink.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's hilarious.
We can't even get off the show without y'all going crazy, man. We can't even get off the show. I love it.
Man, I love our chat, bro.
Love it.
Our chat is boss, bro. Y'all are boss. Y'all are the greatest chat out there ever, man. We love our chat over here, man, for sure. Y'all do great, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys as always, and aloha.
Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up. I'm the burning grapefruit.